What did you think she would do to you?
She might have discovered the gateway to our own world. I thought it wiser not to take the chance.
Supposedly, you have a death animation. Smack. Haha. And you... Oh, shit. I forgot. That was down there. Okay. I'm gonna just set my damage back to 1 real quick. It has a death animation. They updated the glow whale, and I wanted to see that. You look so sad. Where'd you go? There you are. You look so sad. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I can interact with... Wait. What? It was dead. Why? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You go away. Almost stab you. You're gonna go out. Jesus. So yeah, the glow whale has a very interesting death animation, to say the least. That's only one of the very, very many things we have to go through in this video. This poor guy. Why can't I interact with him though? And it automatically brings him to life, and he's doing the the glow whale do. Oh god, that's so wrong. It goes back to dead again. Oh god. Oh look, he's so slack-jawed, his tongue is out too. Oh god. Okay. Oh, he's actually kind of broken. All right, we have so much to check out in this video. What is that? That sounds like Christmas. More specifically, that sounds like Santa's sleigh. No, it's too early to be Christmas. The only other thing I can think of that would be packed full of goodies this time of year would be Raid Shadow Legends. With over 500 champions to collect, industry-leading graphics, and endless combinations of heroes, now is the perfect time to begin your journey. Use my links down below to download Raid for yourself on either mobile or PC. My favorite thing has to be how customizable and badass you can make your champions look. And this month, Raid's got their biggest ever update out. The main event is already here, the Doom Tower. It's a giant tower with 120 floors, a bunch of secret challenging rooms, and 12 seriously badass bosses to take on. There's never really been a better time to start playing. And to help you get started, the Raid team has decided to give away a special champion, Bulwark. He's absolutely awesome in Clan Boss, and he's also going to be a huge help in the tower against those bosses. Oh, look at that. They're getting ready for Christmas. On top of that, they're also releasing 14 new champions just in time for the holidays, along with a host of holiday events and tournaments. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description and you will get a free Void Champion, an XP booster, 50 gems, and some energy refills. Even an Ancient Shard as soon as you get in game. And obviously, Bulwark as well once you join. And after joining, you will find extra rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Links are in the description. Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video.
Oxygen.
Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. We have something of a forbidden fruit to check out in this video. Actually, it is
an energy signature of some strength. I am not sure what it is for.
What is it?
Go
that
ahead
one
and
down
share
there?
it. Can't hurt.
There's so many. I'm getting overwhelmed with
Signal location
artifacts.
uploaded to PDA.
Okay, that's nice. I'm gonna go to the Altera base down here so things make a little bit more sense, because it adds some credibility to what I have to tell you coming up in this video. Oh, Jesus, what? You're back there? Oh, God, I didn't know that thing was back in the thermal vents. He was gone for the longest time. Oh, sweet. Jeez, I almost went into that. I thought that thing was gone. It was supposed to be gone. I guess not. Now, I do need to give you a warning. These are going to be really big spoilers. Really big spoilers. So if you don't want the ending of Subnautica Below Zero spoiled, well, this is your only chance to leave. All right, we've made it back to the base. I need to get some food real quick, and then from there, we will head out to the main Altera base, just on the ice shelf. It's actually where the avalanche used to occur. I'm gonna have to reach into my storage of Jerry's because I need some sustenance. I am so sorry, Jerry. Jerry's. Oh, you're gonna be tasty. But I mean, at least Jerry is the #1 prime food source and source of H2O. I mean, that's good. Gives you a little bit of food, a little bit of water. What is it Jerry can't do for us? Jerry got it all. Jerry's a real catch for the ladies. Or men. I actually don't know what gender Jerry would be. I don't think there's a way to identify that either. What reproductive traits do you have, Jerry? All I know is Jerry is odorless. And judging by the sounds, Robin likes having Jerry in her mouth. Please don't leave comments about that. Now, if I'm right, the entrance to the Altera base is going to be around here somewhere. I actually don't know where it is because I've always flown there when showing you guys updates, so it's kind of going to be a little bit of touch and go. Oh yeah, but it has the current here, so I guess we get to find out where the water current goes to an extent. Oh, and it goes up right here. Maybe this isn't it, actually. Oh, no, this is definitely it. We found it. Who needs a knife when you've got a snowball? Huh. There it is. Now, we should get some new dialogue here with Alan.
There's an Altera base here.
Correct. I also sense the energy of an important architect installation nearby.
Yes, that's right. It's down there. But I can get my prawn suit fragment, so I'm going to go ahead and do that too. Because the prawn suit is going to be very important. And oh, yes, I get both of them. Okay, so we're going to be making a prawn suit as well at some point. Man, this place has had a number done to it. So this is like after the avalanche then. So we saw the avalanche, and it looks like they didn't get rid of it entirely. I kind of missed that old cinematic.
What
All right,
did
I'm back
Altera
inside.
use this place
Ooh.
for?
Researchers here were trying to find me.
There we go. Trying to find Alan. Oh, they didn't do a good job of it because we've got him. Large. Oh, we can scan this entire room. Oh, yes, please. Can you imagine we have the entire blueprint already, so when we scan it, it turns into titanium? That'd be
New
funny.
blueprint synthesized.
A control room. We got that too. Now there's a PDA here. What are you researching?
While other teams have been pursuing more nebulous approaches
New
to
blueprint
awakening the
synthesized.
architects, I've tried to take a more practical approach. We know these part organic, part digital.
Lil wanted to know too much about architects. I could not let her. She was, what do you call them? Alteran.
What did you think she would do to you?
She might have discovered the gateway to our home world. I thought it wiser not to take the chance.
Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. That's an important one. I cut her off when she was mid-sentence.
The architects, I've tried to take a more practical approach. We know these part organic, part digital beings stored what they thought of as themselves on computers within their sanctuaries, and we know efforts to wake or communicate with them have been in vain. My theory is that to make first contact, these digital ghosts must first be recombined with an organic component. As Dr. Kaz Slane's
not
classic
wrong.
study
New
noted,
blueprint synthesized.
we know they had means to grow cybernetic bodies and to transfer their data patterns between them. If I can just present the right vessel, I do think we will be
New
successful.
blueprint synthesized.
So she wasn't entirely wrong. And that would tell you how close Altera was to, well, getting Alan. But the part that he mentioned previous to this, she might have discovered the gateway to our home world. I thought it wiser not to take the chance. Well, I hate to break it to Alan, but I've already found that gateway, and I already know what the architect homeworld looks like.
Oh, Potato. I miss that fluffy little couch walrus.
I do want to see what the other PDAs are before I jump into the big one. Don't take your kids to
Hey,
work
Sam.
day.
You want to say hi to my kids? I told them I'd show them a day in the life of a scientist.
Of course. Hi, Oren. Hi, Svea.
Tell us what you're working on.
I was just thinking, I know no one is on my side with this, but what if I just found a way to take care of the deadly bacterium? I wouldn't say no one is on your side. I'm on your side. Sam really had a big mouth. You don't just say you're going to destroy a like $1 trillion valued virus bacterium and tell people about it. You don't do that. That Sam was double-crossed, I think, then. If she's telling people like Lillian and others about like her ideas and what she wants to do to this bacterium that Altera is going to make trillions from, I would imagine someone double-crossed her. And I think Lillian was actually sent home. Oh, there's definitely... So they called home to the kids, and I guarantee you they were monitoring everything that their employees were saying because Altera is a very controlling corporation. I guarantee you that this transmission that had happened, I lost it. But anyways, the transmission that was just there of Lillian speaking with her kids and Sam talking to them, I guarantee you that was monitored by Altera and they became aware of what was happening. There's no actual voice recording here. It's just some general banter, it seems. Yeah, this is just teasing Lil for losing company equipment in the twisty bridges. I guess the deep twisty bridges, so if we go there, we'll probably find some of the equipment she actually lost. I'm just seeing if there are more tidbits of information before we move into the gate and the architect home world. I will go to the sanctuary up there too, just to
Was
make
this
sure that nothing...
Sam's space? What was she doing all the way out here?
Ah, okay.
It seems that many discoveries concerning your sister surprise you.
You don't say.
I hope that cat misses me too.
New blueprint synthesized.
That kind of didn't make sense because... well, that didn't make sense. But anyways,
Blueprint
we're
synthesized.
going to go to the sanctuary spot up there too, just to see if Alan has more to say about it. No
I don't
turning
think I have
back.
a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little...
She's making recordings admitting to what she's going to do after Altera has realized the value in this. I absolutely hate that she did this. This is the entirely wrong way to handle something.
I don't think I have a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little nervous. Okay, terrified. But this thing is a death sentence. We shouldn't be messing around with it.
Motivational posters were banned from Xenoworks following a lengthy discussion at the annual company retreat 3 years ago. This poster is technically contraband.
Okay, it cut out. It cut out where I was in the voice recording, but that's funny.
I don't think I have a choice. So does everyone else here. I haven't spoken to Danny since we fought about it. Zeta said she'd handle it and then didn't have a choice. I have to neutralize the bacteria myself. I'm a little nervous. Okay, terrified. But this thing is a death sentence. We shouldn't be messing around with it. I'm no biologist, I know. So does everyone else here. I haven't spoken to Danny since we fought about it. Zeta said she'd handle it.
New
and
blueprint
didn't.
synthesized.
Lil practically begged me to drop it. This is completely beyond the scope of your work. You have to stop before you jeopardize your standing with the company. I don't want good standing with a transgov that would do this. Robin tried to warn me. Maybe she was right, and Alterra really is unfixable. Maybe I
New
deserve better than
blueprint
this.
synthesized.
We all do. I've synthesized the antibacterial agent. I know my biochem at least well enough to do that much. I've stashed some away in the crawl space near the Leviathan. That was probably the easy part. Now I just have to carry out the plan. Focus, be brave, worry about what happens next after the threat is neutralized. They're going to know it was me. If
Hypothermia imminent.
Stop cutting me out. And yes, this time I realized these things were here. They're going to know it was me if they send me home. When they send me home, where the ice isn't 20 feet thick, I can get my algae bun back, cuddle in the, whatever, maybe start my own research outfit. So basically, this is kind of, this is getting interesting because I don't think she was going to blow up the tunnel or the section of the tunnel that was there. She is literally going to inject the cure into the Leviathan, which is what we do later on in the storyline ultimately. I'm very, very lost on this because I thought she was gonna blow up the tunnel. Then why did the tunnel blow up unless Altera or someone tipped off Altera and then they were put up to making her death look like an accident? What better way to make it look like an accident than a cave-in? Oh, well, sorry, a cave-in happened unexpectedly because of the meteor storm outside, and, well, your sister was crushed under lots and lots and lots of ice. Yeah. Oh, it's just ice contaminated with bacteria. Now, will Alan tell me anything about this? I want the floodlight, though. They're nice. Yoink! Alan, are you going to say anything about this? I know he disables it. Doesn't look like he does anything past there. But I can run all the way up here, and I can go through this, so that's nice. All right, this is where the journey ends for now. Let me save my game. We need to look at something very, 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 very big. So again, spoilers. I'm going to go ahead and bring this up on screen for you guys, and it's going to be... So we started out with this image. It was an image that was sent to me, actually, and it basically just outlines a galaxy. The galaxy is Skybox Asteroid's background. This is also that the arm or whatever. It's in the same universe that we're in the same galaxy, whatever. You get the idea of that. Then we moved on to this, some architect stuff, and this was part of the end game. It was Skybox Homeworld Building 1. It's just one of the buildings that the architects would have had, obviously. There's nothing really super interesting about it, but it was kind of a cool thing to see. Then we move into this, which is another architect building. This building is covered in clouds. It looks like it's in the sky. It looks like it's fairly high up, and it is also called a Skybox Homeworld _ building. Now it's gonna get pretty big pretty fast in a second here, so hold on, okay? But that's the idea behind this. Just clouds, and it looks like it's something that's floating in the sky. You go on, and we get a bigger structure. This one is also called Skybox _ home world or whatever. So it's more pieces of the home world are coming into fruition. We're seeing more and more pieces of the architect home world. And then we move into this one. This is another piece. Again, clouds. It seems like it may be floating in the sky. There's all kinds of stuff around. And while these pieces too are kind of just dangling in the sky, they're being held up by what appear to be cables. And then we get the big one. This is the architect home world. This is what we are going to see in the end game to an extent. But this is a skybox. This isn't the actual map. This isn't the actual, what you're expecting to see, or at least walk around in. This is the skybox, from what I understand. It gets really, really damn interesting. And it gets really spoilery. So in the sky here, we can see there are more architect things, and it looks like at a first glance, this entire thing is floating in the sky because it's so high up. Well, not exactly, because if you look down around here, you will see there's cliffs and you can see ground. It's very apparent that the architects have chosen to create their structures on top of a mountain. Now, whether or not that mountain is on a completely different planet, or if we literally just teleport somewhere else on 4546b, I don't know. I have no idea, but I would imagine we do teleport away, because right here in the center of everything is the portal. This is the architect homeworld portal that Alan mentioned he didn't want found. This is pretty well how you get to the architect home world with the exact coordinates that they had. And actually, that object is currently in the game as Precursor Gate. This is the model, but it is, well, closed. So there's an animation that's going to be opening this, obviously. And then this is the end result, looking absolutely beautiful. And this is exactly what I would have hoped. This is everything I would have hoped for when it comes to the architect home world, if not more. We have the building over here, too. You can see that it's doing the building stuff. Down here, it seems like they have parts of a city or civilization happening. And actually, down below the clouds, in this section here, you catch little glimpses right here of what appears to be water. Now, it's kind of strange because first glance to me makes me think that this is on top of a giant mountain somewhere. And while they're enjoying architect life, what the hell is that up there? I just noticed that. What are you? There's like a giant structure coming down from the heavens. Don't know what that's for. Don't really have any clue what that would be for. But anyways, you can see down right here, it appears that there's water under the clouds. Maybe those are just the cloud textures. I don't know, but regardless, that would mean that the atmosphere, everything is very, very low on this planet, or they're just in a very densely packed fog, basically. But I like the idea of them building on mountaintops, to be honest with you. I think that's kind of cool and would be more practical, I think, for the architects and their technology needing all this room. It'd be kind of cool. Everything else seems pretty self-explanatory as far as it's concerned, but I do know that at some point we are going to teleport from where we are with Alan to his home world, or maybe we will just get a glimpse of his home world. It depends on what the developers are looking for the end game to signify. It depends what they want to show you. But again, this is just a skybox. I don't know if at the end of the day this is what we're going to see. In all honesty, I'm not even sure what a skybox is. I thought a skybox was like the stars in like if we play the Isle, for instance, and we see the stars. Well, that's the skybox from what I understand. It's just what you see way off in the distance of wherever you are. I would imagine maybe this is just like a cinematic shot of where Alan's home is. I'm actually kind of curious because what is this right here? unless maybe they've built on top of like a volcano and they're using this is where the lava would be or whatever, and they're using this as like a thermal place, because I do know the architects love to use thermal energy as well, conversion to their energy. I know that's one thing they use, because in the original Subnautica, actually, you go down to the lava zone and they've actually like monopolize that entire damn zone to power their entire facility. They love using thermal energy. It's just what they do. So I would imagine to power all of this, maybe they've built high up in the sky on top of a volcano, and they've drilled out the volcano and installed some stuff there for thermal energy conduction and stuff, and what they want to do. It's a pretty cheap and easy way to get their energy. I don't see any architects standing around, unfortunately, which I would have hoped to see, and I would imagine if we do, well, they're not going to be, what we see with Alan, because he's using an old model of a body. He's not using, I guess, the updated tech that the architects are using, because they make improvements on their bodies and stuff. And, well, I would say architects would come in all shapes and sizes and all kinds of weird stuff, but we may not even see more than just Alan. I would be curious, but it does signify that the architect homeworld survived. Their species didn't die out. Obviously it didn't, or these structures would probably be in ruin. I'd imagine they've made it and they're prosperous in life. Maybe there's less of them remaining, but for those that are remaining, if that is the case, they clearly still get the job done. There's your forbidden fruit. There is a little bit more to this, but I'm not going to go into that. Honestly, it's not even that big of a deal anyways, but that is pretty well what Alan means when he says he is scared that Altera would have found the gate to his home world, because once they use that gate, I mean, they get to his home world, and you don't want to do that, but Alan has it figured out, then it appears. I don't know if this means this room in here is where we're going to teleport from, or what this is going to do exactly. I would imagine what we're going to have to do is, this is the main room. This is probably going to tilt up as an energy source and slot into that and power up. And then I'm willing to bet in this back room over here somewhere, we're going to have to travel over, and there's going to be a teleporter, or maybe this is going to shift and something's going to become a teleporter here. I honestly don't know, but it's definitely a souped up version of the normal precursor teleporters that we see around the map. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comments section. If you saw something that I missed, please let me know as well. I am very interested to hear back from you on this, and I have questions too that I don't have answers to, but maybe you do have answers. All right, guys, that's it. Leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, and I will see you in the next one.